Welcome back. You're still watching Good Morning Namibia. Now, for sports in this hour, the Region 5, also known as Region South International Tournament, is an annual event that brings together top karate athletes from various countries in the Southern African region. This morning, we're joined in studio by Shane Husselman, who is team vice captain, to tell us more about the upcoming karate tournament. Good morning, Shane.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing?
All good, how are you?
Good, good. Thank you so much for joining us.
No problem, it's actually good to be here.
Amazing. So you are vice team captain. I'm sure you know how to do karate, right?
Yeah.
All
Assuming
right.
I've been doing the sport for quite some time, yeah.
Yeah, so
You can say that.
quite some time. When did you start doing karate and how has the journey been for you?
Okay, so it's quite a while back. I started karate in 2005. I was 7 years at the time. And I think ever since then, the sport has really kind of swept me off my feet, if you can say that, because we
Yeah.
have quite some few sweeps in karate. But I think you really need to have a passion for the sport to be doing it for quite some time now.
Yeah. Yes. And, you know, from the movies I've watched back then, karate is all about teaching you discipline. Would you agree with that?
100%.
Yeah.
So discipline is actually one of our major focuses that we have in karate. So obviously we get taught how to defend yourself and how to act in a certain situation. But then in turn, it also doesn't necessarily mean go out there and look for trouble or get involved in some bad things. So discipline plays a vital role in what we actually do.
All right. Just not to play the devil's advocate. So you've never just gone out there looking for... Do you have a black belt?
Yeah,
Before
sure.
I ask. Okay. So
I
you've
do.
never just gone out there and you're like, looking for trouble and you're like, you know what, I have a black belt, I can beat you.
You know what, actually not. It's quite difficult because in the street it's something different compared to what we actually do in competitions. Preferably I'd like to stay clean at all times.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, earlier on, I did mention about the Region 5 Karate Tournament. Kindly just talk to us about the significance of this tournament, saying that, it's the 21st edition and it's taking place in Namibia.
Yeah. Okay, so the Region 5 karate competition, like you said, it's an annual event, and this year it will be held in Swakopmund, Namibia, which is quite a huge attraction, I think, to our expected guests, because I think the town is known for its great scenic beauty, and I think our guests really looks forward to coming to the tournament and coming to visit Namibia. It will be held at the Dome, which is quite a premier sports complex, which will, I think, accommodate quite some few spectators as well.
Yeah, seeing that it's a Southern African thing, how many countries can we look forward to attending this tournament?
Okay, so with Namibia in total, we are 7 countries. So that means that South Africa will be there, Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Mozambique, and then Angola as well.
Amazing. Talk to us about some of the core values of karate. How does it differ from other different martial arts, and what unique element does it bring to sports, basically?
Okay, so karate has actually quite a few core values. With this being said, I think namely it would be courtesy, integrity, honesty, discipline, and ultimately respect as well. Not just only respect for yourself, but respect for others in turn. And then what makes this competition significant is that it's being held at home, so we get to send a huge team to participate in the competition. So from the Namibia side alone, we'll have about 149 participants alone.
Okay.
So it will be quite huge. That's only from the Namibia side as well. I think South Africa is also planning on sending a huge team down. And that's about it.
Amazing, 149. How are you guys preparing for the tournament?
Okay, so quite a few measurements has been put in place. Our national coach, Sensei Stefan van der Merwe, has really brought out an extensive training program for us, And this program included flexibility exercises, fitness testing, and ultimately normal training sessions as a group. So what we did was we strategized in terms of cost. So we had regional training sessions. So one in the north, one in the coast, one in the central region, for everyone to basically accommodate everyone, and not so much on the cost as well. Yeah.
And this team is made up of both male and female?
Both male and female as well. Yeah. And then so it ranges from children up to adults for the participants as well.
Amazing. So what can spectators look forward to coming this tournament in Swakopmund at the Dome?
Okay, I think what they can look forward to is a high level competition, high level of karate being displayed at the competition, and then cultural performances will also be done at our opening ceremony. I think that's also something to look forward to, and most importantly, an engaging atmosphere, because it will be quite huge. I'm very much excited for it. So yeah.
So you're also attending?
I'll be attending and participating.
Amazing.
Yes.
All right. So how do you think hosting such a sport, seeing that it's an international tournament and it's being hosted in Namibia, what element do you think it brings to karate as a sport in Namibia? Do you think it elevates karate as a sport?
No, definitely. I think for our athletes, it's a good boost for youth development, because these children get to compete at an international level, and actually at a fraction of what such a tournament would actually cost at some times. So having the competition at home, it's quite good. So there's quite a few number of reasons that will contribute. Also, the fact that it's a huge competition, so it will in turn also boost the tourism of the country and local spending as well.
Yeah. So what does it take for someone to become a karate athlete?
I think the first step of joining karate, you should have that courage.
Yeah.
I think as an adult, you obviously have to start from a white belt, and at times you might feel that you're being the small one, even though you're an adult. But I think you should have really good courage, and ultimately, like I said, you have to have that passion for the sport, and doing it each day. I mean, it's quite relaxing for me coming from a long day of work and going to class. It's actually just to get some steam blown off after a long day, so it's quite relieving as well. I've been doing it for quite some time, and I don't think I'll stop now.
Amazing. So what's your favorite karate move? I mean, you don't have to show us, of course.
Yeah.
But what's your favorite?
Okay, there's quite some few. Ultimately, what keeps me intrigued at all times is what we call Ushurumo Washigeri. Okay, so that's probably a kick to the head.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
almost
feel
like
I
a
can
reverse
see it.
roundhouse kick.
Ah.
Yeah, so it's quite interesting. But karate has a lot of different moves, and
Yeah.
I have a lot more. That's my favorite. Yeah.
So what does it take for one to become a sensei?
Okay, so it takes about a few years in your life. Okay. So you only get to be called a sensei after your third dan of black belt. So after you've gone through your junior grades, you end up with your first dan of black belt, and then you have to wait about 2 years to grade for your second dan. Then you have to wait about 3 years to grade for your third dan, and then so forth.
And how
For 4
far are
years.
you
I'm
from
currently at my third dan.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So slowly but surely we're getting there.
We're getting there with time.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, Shane, thank you so much for joining us. All the best with the tournament, and go Team Namibia.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right.